What's going on, everybody? We are watching Sneyking play Wraith King, and the reason I'm doing this is because I wanted to make a guide on how to beat Wraith King because he's currently super meta. However, I decided that I saw this game in the watch tab and I was like, hey, if I'm gonna make a guide on how to beat Wraith King, why not just make a quick replay guide on how to play Wraith King? And I've done this before with the Sneyking game where he played position. Ooh, he goes down right away. That sucks, giving up. Was that first or second blood? It looks like that was second blood, but yeah, that was second blood. Lion actually died first bottom. But anyways, well, like I was saying, we got a Wraith King game coming up here from Sneyking. I am excited because I get to show off this build. I am not excited because I think this build is bad. And the second that the meta adjusts, I think that people will stop doing it. However, it does have a very high win rate. It's extremely easy to execute. We're going to watch this Wraith King do it. So we might as well go ahead and watch Sneyking do it. The game that I have of him already is playing position 3 puck physical damage. With the physical damage build in the off lane, which is a pretty cool guide. That's gotten some reception recently. So if you're interested in that, you can check it out on the channel as well. For those of you who don't know, my name is Navetz. I'm representing my esports team, the Sploush Troupe. I hope you enjoy, and we're gonna just continue watching this video and commentating on what he's gonna do and how he's gonna play this game. Now, first and foremost, we're gonna talk about how he's playing against Nature's Prophet, what items he wants to buy, how he's going to play the lane, how he's going to play things out. So I think the way he wants to play this out is to basically just lane against Nature's Prophet until Nature's Prophet teleports out of lane to go for a gank somewhere. When Nature's Prophet does that, he'll have points in his Mortal Strike, and when he has points in his Mortal Strike, what he'll do is summon his skeletons that he gets from Mortal Strike and use it to push down this tower really fast. Now, the reason I think that's going to happen is because Nature's Prophet is a position 3, and that's what position 3 heroes do. That's not what position 3 heroes do. That's what Nature's Prophet happens to do sometimes as a position 3. He makes plays around the map with his instant teleportation. You know, he's like Goku. He's everywhere. He's everywhere and nowhere at the same time. No, I'm just kidding. All right, this Shadow Demon helped get the kill on the Nature's Prophet. He's going to try to deny himself over at these creeps. Unfortunately, he is unable to. Moomindeer gets the kill, so there we go. Now, how do we play Wraith King? What items did he start with? He went with the Tango. He went with the Healing Salve. He went with the Quelling Blade. Got a Ring of Protection, and after he died, he bought this Ring of Regen. I don't know about this Ring of Regen. I don't know if he would regret buying that or not. He might turn this into a Headdress. He might not. But he will most likely go ahead and buy Phase Boots, buy a Gloves of Haste, and a Magic Stick. Now, why is he going to buy Gloves of Haste? The Gloves of Haste are for increased farming speed. 20 attack speed at 400 gold is high value, and Wraith King farms the jungle a lot, especially with how Mortal Strike works. So that's probably what he's going to do. Looking at the lane here, he's going to try to do as much damage to these offlaners as possible, trading hits with the Nature's Prophet. Hopefully the Shadow Demon doesn't go down, but he's getting blocked by the trees. Manages to pop the salve and just escape. Excuse me, just escape, so that's not bad. Now, what's the overall build on Wraith King here? Like, what's the goal here, and why do I not like it? Actually, I'll talk about that a little bit as well. So the goal is to go for Radiance and then get a Manta on this hero. That's the meta play, and then after Manta, you usually get either an AC or a BKB. The reason I hate it, I don't hate it I don't hate it, but I don't like it because it's just a slow build. There's really no point. It's just such a slow build up, and your hero doesn't become relevant for a really long time. There's so many things that can counter it. The hero that I think counters Wraith King the most as an opposing carry or an opposing even mid laner is Naga Siren. If you have a teammate that can play Naga Siren and you're up against a Wraith King, you have a very good advantage because a lot of players don't adapt. Like, if Wraith King adapts and instead of going for Radiance he goes from Mjolnir against Naga Siren, might do a little bit better. But Wraith Kings are just going standard Radiance and Manta, and for a lot of them it's working, it's winning them games. Like I said, it's meta, but I think this meta will shift soon. For the time being, while this hero is strong against the current heroes that are being picked in the meta, you might be able to get yourself a little bit of free MMR with an extremely easy hero to play, but I don't know how long it's gonna last. Now, watching what Sneyking does, the way he's gonna build up here, he's gonna go for his phase boots next. He already has the chainmail to help him with the armor reduction. So check out this play right here. Shadow Demon disrupts the Nature's Prophet, and then Kunkka throws down the torrent where the disruption's gonna go, and Sneyking dodged it by walking around it because he knew that the torrent was gonna come out. So that was some high level play from all of the heroes right there. Actually, nothing really, it doesn't really look like much happened, but everybody made a nice little play there around the disruption. Shadow Demon is going to try to get the bounty rune. It looks like he's going to be able to, and that's actually looking pretty good for him. I'm not going to really pay attention to the other lanes to see what's happening there, but I'm just gonna pay attention to what Wraith King is doing, and we'll switch to his perspective for a little while here to see what he's looking at. So at this point, what he's going to try to do is pull this camp into his wave. So watch him walk to the top left of the screen here, and he's going to try to pull into this wave and stop this wave from being pulled over there. Let me go back to free camera because I can show it a little bit better. Unfortunately, the Nature's Prophet's already here and the wave was already here, so he didn't get it off in time, but I'm sure he'll try that again because this camp is pretty stacked up. He has 2 points in Mortal Strike right now, 2 points in Vampiric Aura, and he's about to hit level 6. Now, whether or not he takes his ultimate depends on if he feels like he's depends on whether or not he feels like there's a threat of him dying. If he feels like there's a threat of him dying, he might get his ultimate. If he doesn't, then he probably won't. And we'll speed up a little bit, and we'll go back to regular speed. I had already started this replay a little bit before, but I had to restart because I had my mini map covered, so I just rewound, and I knew that pause was going to happen. Okay. So under his tower, he's summoning his skeletons, trying to farm those Treants, trying to farm these ranged creeps. He actually has to leave here to go help his Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon disrupts himself. Wraith King's going to come forward, try to go on the Nature's Prophet again. Nature's Prophet is sitting kind of tanky with the power treads on strength. Mirana is not able to throw an arrow. She leaps over. She was going to arrow, but that was a smart play by the Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet used the Treants to stop Mirana from being able to arrow while he was TPing away. Very, very, very nice. And then Nature's Prophet's back in lane right away. This is something that you should do, by the way. You can teleport home to base and teleport back. Now that Boots of Travel are out of, now that Boots of Travel have been changed, Nature's Prophet's one of the only heroes that can do that. So it feels pretty good to be in Nature's again. You have more mobility than somebody who just buys Boots of Travel first item, like a Shadow Fiend or something like that. Okay. So Wraith King's looking now. He's got 3 points in Vampiric Aura, 2 points in Mortal Strike. He doesn't need that many skeletons. He's trying to get as many of these Treant creep or Treant last hits as possible, and his main goal is just to farm. He has phase boots, he has ring of regen. He's taking the ring of regen out of his stash because his courier is going to bring him those gloves of haste I was talking about. Now these are just the casual gloves of haste. These are just casual gloves of haste for farming. And now what he's going to do is that thing that I talked about earlier. He's going to try to pull this camp into this wave again. We're going to see this right now. He pulls it, and then he's going to stop this wave from encountering this this creep wave over here. Now Nature's Prophet, being the intelligent player that he is, knows that this is what Wraith King would do, so he counters it by bringing his Treants over here and pulling the wave back. If Nature's Prophet wasn't there, or if he wasn't as good of a player, the wave would end up here and most of it would get denied to these creeps. And actually, it looks like there is a rotation going down on Wraith King right now. Lion is here. A lot of damage is going out. He chose not to level his reincarnation. A nice sprout, actually not on top of him, but still good enough to get the kill on Wraith King goes down. So Wraith King is going to be down for 30. He's sitting on Gloves of Haste, and he also bought a Raindrop. Raindrop is pretty nice. It helps against the Wrath of Nature ability. It helps obviously against Lion. It helps against Kunkka. There's a lot of stuff that Wrath of Nature is good against. And Wraith King will be up in 10 seconds again. We'll just watch how this fight plays out while he's waiting. Nature's Prophet doing quite a bit of damage. Mirana trying to leap away. Not able to get any kills. but of course Mirana will probably be able to get away again. And here we go, farming Wraith King. Now he's got the Radiance queued up as per usual, the item that everyone's building, the Radiance. Should be pretty effective, and we'll see how he decides to play this lane for the next few minutes. Now Nature's Prophet has not made that rotation I thought Nature's would be making. I thought that Nature's would end up in the mid lane or the bot lane to do something, but that didn't happen. Something's happening down here. They're diving kind of deep, or sorry, this Bat Rider is pretty deep here, and they all came back to kill him. So I guess that happened. We're gonna see here, Wraith King's gonna try to farm this camp with his skeletons. These creeps, they both have clap, or I don't know if they both do clap. Yeah, they both did clap. So they both have clap if there's 3 or more units around. So that's quite a bit of damage going out. The skeletons do respawn one time, but he gets clapped again and he gets stomped. So that's a little frustrating, but that's okay. In 15 seconds, his teleportation will be up. He's got an Ironwood tree, and now Nature's is here. Bottom lane, there is not too much. There's actually a pretty big creep wave bottom right now, and Bat Rider has decided to come top. So Bat Rider's top, Wraith King is jungling. Now normally Wraith King would go back up here and farm this wave, but he has to worry about the Tinker, who has bots at this moment. So since Tinker has bots, he's gonna jungle and he's gonna look to farm a different part of the map. Bat Rider is gonna play the top part of the map, and I don't know if Bat Rider was, I think Bat Rider was position 3. I'm pretty sure he was, but it looks like he's having a pretty rough game. Mirana is position 4. Yeah, Bat Rider's having himself a hard game. He's sitting at 1200 gold, so I think Bat Rider's trying to go for either Blink Dagger or Boots Travel first. And now Wraith King's making a teleportation bottom. He TP's bottom because there's more farm available here than is in the jungle. So he's able to get this. His Shadow Demon comes to help him out. And now the way he's going to play, so he's basically left top for the Bat Rider to lane against. And the way he's going to play the bottom lane is probably going to be in a maximize your farm manner. So he's going to push out this wave. Now because he can't see that many other heroes, like he knows stuff's going on mid, but he can't see other heroes here. Like if there's somebody else, he might die, and the 12-minute mark just comes up. So instead of risking getting himself at low HP, needing to go back to heal, not having a teleportation scroll, anything like that, what he does is he comes farms this one big creep and then goes back here after the Weaver pushes the wave. Now he's even going to let this go under tower so he can farm it quicker, and then after this he's probably not going to stay in this wave or in this lane for too long. Weaver's most likely going to push one more wave. He's just going to go and farm this ancient camp up here. So his farming pattern is going to be a little bit faster. Is going to be not a little bit faster. His farming pattern is going to be a little bit safer. So he's farming safely because Weaver and a teleporting Tinker could kill him. Now, has he taken his ultimate yet? He has not. He's got 4 points in Mortal Strike. His skeletons are helping him farm. The bot wave is going to be pushed in soon. Weaver is also denying his, or no, Weaver's just pushing it, but this is only 2 creeps right here. So he's going to come back to this lane. And most likely try to deny this tower. Nope, does not get the deny off. Weaver manages to get the kill, and it looks like they're going to try to make a play on Weaver right now. They get the arrow. They don't get the stun, but he didn't need to use it. But they managed to get the arrow from the disruption, and that is a fantastic combo right there. I actually thought Weaver was going to escape that, but he doesn't. So now watching what happens here. Here's the follow-up play. He does level his ultimate at level 11, but he is getting it just gunned down here. That's a lot of disable. It's a lot of damage coming out. Moonlight's on. He might be able to save himself. He's running away, uses skeletons. He's X'd, continues to run away, and does manage to get away to safety. So now his skeletons will help with the battle, and he's going to get away. His team might be able to turn more of this fight. The Kunkka goes down. The Lion's still alive. There is the Bat Rider going for the... No, he doesn't even have a Blink Dagger. Bat Rider just gets the lasso off on Tinker, but he goes down. So this is actually a pretty big loss for his team. Looking rough. And Wraith King's farming up his Radiance, you know, so it's around 14 minutes. He has 113 last hits, looking pretty good. This this Tinker is absolutely crushing the Ember in terms of farm. Ember is like so far behind, and he's going for a Battle Fury. I'm not sure. I've been seeing a lot of Embers go for Battle Fury. I don't know if it's like the popular thing or the meta thing to do right now. I don't know how I feel about it. I'd have to look at Ember a little bit to make a judgment call on that, but I haven't enjoyed seeing it on my team personally, and I haven't seen it be very successful in other games. So I don't know. I'll just give that a big like, maybe it's good, maybe it's not. So it's about to be 15 minutes. Bounty runes are about to be up. I think he actually should have stacked that. Oh, he actually had enough time to get out of that camp. I didn't think he would. Uses his mana right here. Notice that he uses mana to kill a Treant. That's worth it if you're farming the jungle. He has 3,900 gold. He'll probably be sending a courier for the Sacred Relic in a second, and he's just going to keep farming, and around the 17-minute or 18-minute mark he'll probably have his Radiance ready. Maybe yeah, around the 17 to 18-minute mark. He needs about another 1,100 gold or so. He's doing all right, and he's just gonna go between these camps, try to get the jungle camps. You see his team's playing very aggressive, making space for him. It's very hard for his team until he comes online to do much. And the fact is, the thing that kind of sucks about this is that when he comes online, Tinker is going to be online, and Tinker is going to be a big problem for their team to deal with. They need Ember and Batrider to have items on them, and Batrider is currently sitting on Boots of Travel, while Ember is dead again and sitting on not even a full battle, not even like halfway to a Battle Fury at 16 minutes as the mid player. So Ember is having an absolutely horrendous game, it looks like. What's the net worth looking like? Where are we net worth? Net worth wise, their team is losing very, very hard, and I guess this is another reason that maybe sometimes you don't go for this this Wraith King play, or maybe this Wraith King play isn't the greatest. It allows other heroes to really steamroll the game early. Now we'll see if he's able to turn it around. I have no idea how this is going to turn out. Hopefully it doesn't turn into an absolute stomp of a game, but nevertheless we are watching his farming patterns, watching the way he gets started. So like I was saying, around the 17-minute mark he should have his Radiance, and after this creep camp he'll have it. So at 17 minutes he's going to be able to purchase it. There it is, it's coming out to him. And what does he get to do now? He gets to farm more, because he still doesn't have anything really. He just has a Radiance. It's like, all right, I'm a Wraith King, the Radiance gives me damage and damage burn, but it doesn't really give me anything to lock down. It doesn't give me mobility, it doesn't give me stats. It's a good farming item. It's good for a lot of things, but it's also not the greatest item in the world. People, I think, sometimes overestimate the value of Radiance. But nevertheless, he is coming to fight bottom. They do take a loss right here, so he does not come for the fight, and he teleports to the top wave because he sees that there is a wave of farm right here. And all he can really do at this point is, you have to understand a Dota game, you can't get pressured into fighting too much when you're behind. Like, you can't get pressured into fighting fights when you're not strong. That's how you'll just let a game snowball in the enemy team's favor. He's not going to do that. He knows that he still needs items. What the next item that he goes for is going to be, I'm interested. The way that everyone's been playing him is Manta, and Manta is actually like, he kind of needs it this game against Tinker Laser. It's almost necessary, so we'll see if he buys it. But I also don't like Manta that much on Wraith King, because aside from being a dispel, it's primarily just, it doesn't give him that, it gives agility based stats, so it's not great on Wraith King. It does give him some attack speed though, so I guess that's okay. All right, and they have lost bottom tower to Weaver. Weaver's sitting on Maelstrom Yasha. He's gonna go for an actual Sanjin Yasha, and here comes Sneyking to just push out the wave. He's just wave pushing. They've got a lot of pressure being put on the map for them. He is able to take this wave. There shouldn't be that many heroes bottoms. There's no more objectives in the bottom lane for the Radiant team. So what the Radiant team is going to look to do soon, most likely, is try to take Roshan. It's the most logical progression, especially if they get a kill, which they do. Now look at what Wraith King did here. This is actually a good play. Oh, he's actually getting gone on. So they come bottom to kill him because they knew he was solo farming. The Batrider buys back, comes into this fight, manages to lasso the lion. They get the lion kill. Here comes the Ember. Ember still without his Battle Fury, trying to do stuff. Sneyking running at people. They get the Tinker, and it only cost them a Batrider buyback. So all in all, that was actually highly beneficial for their team, considering how poorly things have been going. There we go, another kill. This might be the turnaround that they needed. This is actually a really bad play for the Dire squad. I don't know if Dire should have come down here, or for the Radiant squad. I don't know if Radiant should have come down there. Now look at what Wraith King's doing. He's going to the place with easy farm again, which is top lane. It's pushing in, and he decides just to go straight there. He decides that his next item is a BKB. He goes for BKB because of the amount of spell damage coming out from the Tinker, most likely. Like, he can't be effective in a fight while Tinker's there or while Kunkka's there. So BKB is going to be what he opts to get. He's going to let his skeleton I thought he was going to push more waves here. I thought he was going to push another wave top, but he opts to go in the jungle. So he's sticking with the safer farm. He doesn't push another wave. They are bottom, getting a kill on Mirana, making plays over here. So he's kind of walking his way towards this bottom part of the map. I don't know if he'll be able to fight. He knows this is warded. Notice how he pinged this. You know this is warded if Nature's Prophet ulti hits you, because normally Nature's Prophet ulti can't see you. So since it hit him, he knows that that area of the map is warded. And Wraith King is just gonna take a little bit of time to find a little bit more farm. What's his next item gonna be? He does not have it queued up. If I would have to guess, I would guess a Manta based on the way people play, and he gets gone on here. Uses the BKB, makes a turn, tries to go on the Kunkka, burns the 10-second BKB, and they're not able to do anything. Now the Ember has a Battle Fury. All right, Ember has a Battle Fury. They're super far behind, but Ember has the Battle Fury. In terms of net worth, Wraith King is now sitting at the top because of how fast he farms. He's been joining fights as infrequently as he can, and he is actually going to go for the AC. So he's skipping over the Manta, which is the popular play, going for the AC. They get the arrow stun off on Kunkka. Kunkka buys back. It looks like they're going to go for a full out fight here. I don't know if this is the right call because he doesn't have BKB available. Has to keep the Quelling Blade in his backpack because of the Nature's Prophet. Manages to get the kill on Lion. Gets lasered by the Tinker. Throws down the stun. He's going to burn one life. So one Wraith King life is down, and this is going to be his second most likely. This Nature's Prophet is super annoying. They bring him back. He BKBs. He TPs. Is it going to be able to get home? He is. Manages to get home with the BKB TP. He had to use the BKB before the teleportation because he had no way of actually... he would have been X'd, or he would have been stunned if he didn't use that, or he would have just died to spell damage. Most likely he would have died to spell damage if he didn't use his BKB. So now he's used 2 BKB charges. He's down to 8 seconds left, and his team's pretty far behind. He does have a full buckler completed, so that was built out of the ring of protection that he bought at the beginning of the game. Not bad. He's holding on to the Clumsy Net. Clumsy Net's actually gives you 2 mana regen. For those of you who don't know, not every hero enjoys using the active on the Clumsy Net. Don't only think of the item for the active, also think of the stat bonus that it gives and the mana regen. It's pretty okay. So I don't know, don't poop on the item too hard. It's not the worst. Wraith King is sitting still pretty high in terms of net worth, almost in the lead, which kind of makes sense because he has Radiance. They get the Batrider lasso off on Lion. Lion's going to go down to Wraith King again, and that is a nice kill that they needed to pick up. So now Wraith King is going to push into the middle tower, although I don't know if he can do it safely. This might be a little dangerous for him. It looks like the Weaver is deciding to force him out. He's going to try to get rid of this bug, and Weaver is actually going to be able to solo kill him with the help of Nature's Prophet. First death, and probably second death here. He's got the BKB available. He's going to pop it. They're going to try to turn on the Weaver. They do not have the Wraithfire Blast available, and the Weaver manages to escape. There we go. The Aegis goes. Oh, when did Aegis go? I didn't even see him get an Aegis. That's my bad. I wasn't paying enough attention. I was just so focused on this Wraith King. So they're actually fighting into an Aegis as well, and this is looking bad, boys and girls. This is looking bad. The team has so much mobility. Wraith King does not have any mobility. He just walks at people and hits them. It is a wonder that they have gotten this far, but still Wraith King is doing fine in terms of net worth. The rest of his team is kind of having a pretty rough game. Dark Mango, the Tinker spammer, gets a rampage. They're going to go high ground here, and I don't know if this is going to be game or not. A lot of times in high level games they will decide to let it end here. They're not going to use the buyback on the Wraith King. They're going to give up one lane of Rex, and they're probably going to try to play this out for a little while. Now the Radiant squad does have a very fast pushing lineup. The Weaver is going to have a Satanic pretty soon, actually, and I don't know if they're going to be able to take 2 lanes of Rex, but they'll at least take 1, that's for sure. Ember's still sitting on just the Battle Fury. Gets the chains off. Not able to do too much. The Morana goes down. I didn't see where she died. And here we go. Wraith King versus Weaver. Unable to kill him. Heals up quite a bit from Satanic. Backing up. And the Tinker is just, at this point, he's got Dagon 4. Ooh, gotta get the kill on the Tinker. They get the kill on the Tinker. That's big. That might be their way back into this game. So not all hope is lost. They get the kill on the Tinker. That's actually really, really positive news. But this team is actually 4 of them are still pushing bottom. I don't know if they'll be able to do anything. Wraith King goes top to farm because he doesn't have much left. I don't know if he's just decided to give up this whole lane and let Ember try to defend it by himself. Pushes it out with his skeletons. He's almost level 25, so you do see how fast he farms, and especially if he gets a kill on a big hero. He manages to do a lot. Doesn't have a BKB up. His ultimate is up, so he's probably going to go down one more time. They're not going to be able to kill this Weaver, I don't think. But they do get the stun on Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet's going to take a kill. And they managed to hold. So they lost 2 full lanes of Rax. However, they did manage to get the kill, and the game is not over. Wraith King is going to try to keep playing, and then after his Assault Cuirass, which he plans on buying, he already bought the armor component for it. He is going to go ahead and buy an Abyssal Blade. I think the reason he wants Abyssal is because he needs another stun. Another stun would really help him against the Weaver and against the Tinker. When you're playing a strength hero, when you're playing a strength hero who relies on physical attacks like a Lifestealer or a Wraith King. Oh, here we go. Is he gonna BKB? Does not BKB. Manages to get the kill on the Kunkka. That's very, very good. So the position 4 Kunkka goes back. They're gonna get the tier 1 tower. First tier 1 going down for them. Looking pretty good. He's throwing a blind arrow trying to catch the Tinker. Does not catch him. Like I was saying, when you're playing a strength hero like Nake's or somebody who has physical damage attacks who relies on attack speed, Nake's or Wraith King, an Abyssal Blade is good because it's also a 600 range blink that has a 2-second stun. So it is a mobility item now that obviously has changed. They get the stun off on the Weaver, but he is so tanky at this moment. They get the kill off on the Lion because he pops his BKB. They'll probably be able to get the kill on the Nature's Prophet as well. Holding on to this Quelling Blade still because of how much damage, or because of how annoying those Nature's Trees are. Gets another stun on the Wraith. Oh, he gets the kill. So he gets another stun on the Weaver, and he gets a kill. They take down the Tinker. Holy crap. They're turning this game around. I thought that we were going to have a terrible game to watch, but it's turning out to be not so bad. Okay. Interesting. So we're going to get to see this play out a little bit later. And the late game decisions are really what makes you making good late game decisions is important for playing good Dota, or at least for getting higher in MMR. Now, your laning stage sets you up to be able to fight, but one bad fight in the mid game can wipe away your perfect laning stage. So you need to know how to recover, or you need to know how to recover if you already had a bad laning stage. Having a good laning stage, though, should put you in prime position to be able to snowball and win most games, as long as you don't make crucial mistakes. However, if you do make mistakes, then you have the potential of just completely throwing the game, which has been seen time and time again. He does not get the stun off on the Lion, which is a little bit unfortunate. I thought he was going to be able to get the stun. They do manage to take the tier 2 tower here, and they're probably going to look to play for next Roshan here. Wraith King is going to play the map. Oh, they're Moonlight right now. So they're Moonlight, and they're hunting the Kunkka. They saw the Kunkka get the Invis rune. I thought they saw him get the Invis rune. So they don't know where he is. Wraith King just pushing out waves as fast as he can, and this is actually a really dangerous spot for him to be. You see that he doesn't finish farming this creep wave, because that was a very dangerous place to be farming. And now he's going to teleport. Cancels his teleportation. Why did he cancel it? I don't know. I thought he was going to go bottom and farm this, but it looks like he was trying to chase somebody down on the map, and he canceled his teleportation. So anyways, he's got his Skull Basher in about 25 gold. They're still looking to make plays. The Weaver manages to kill the Mirana. Mirana doesn't have almost anything, just sitting on a Yule Scepter. Going to get a Glimmer Cape next. Does find an Orb of Destruction, which he's going to send to the stash. He'll probably put that on the Ember Spirit, because Ember Spirit hits so many units at the same time. Ember currently not carrying a neutral item. Don't know what's up with that. Maybe he sent it back, but that's whatever. Now notice this, the Disruptor is consistently making illusions of the Wraith King. They are really good because these illusions are really good because they do, I think, like 75% of the illusion damage that the Wraith King does. So that's not bad in terms of being able to push out a wave really fast. It's actually really, really strong if you're playing against like a Troll Warlord or something, or a Juggernaut. They get the bonuses. So Wraith King does actually just pop his BKB to get the kill on the Lion. He's down to a 5-second BKB anyway, and he knows if he gets the Lion kill, then their team can't initiate or can't fight him for the foreseeable future. So he's not against doing that. He's not totally against doing that. It's like, it's not the best play in the world, but as long as he wants to take it and not fight for a little while, it's okay. And they're posturing for Rosh now. So Roshan's going to spawn relatively shortly. He's looking to push out top wave with his double damage. He's probably just going to take this tower outright. He's just going to walk up to it, attack it, and it's going to die. There's a creep wave coming up as well. He's not even going to hit that until this tower is dead. Now he's going to take the creep wave, get more stacks of mortal strike. Actually, they're just going to follow him and die. And now he's playing aggressively on their side of the map. Mirana Moonlight Shadow is out. They're looking to make a play bottom. I think this Disruptor is probably going to die. He tries to TP out, doesn't manage to get away. All right, here comes the Wraith King. Gets the stun off on the Kunkka. Boat is out though, unfortunately. His BKB's not up for a couple of seconds. And the Wraith King is now very, very effective. Look how much crit damage he's doing. He's just chasing people down. The Radiance is good. But here comes the Tinker. And Tinker is doing tons of damage. A buyback on the Mirana. Sneyking does have the BKB available, is going to be able to BKB, and he cancels his TP. I was wondering why he was TPing home. I thought that if he just fought through that BKB, he would have killed the Nature's Prophet for sure. And he also decided that he would have killed the Nature's Prophet for sure. So he cancels it and ends up killing the Nature's Prophet. Now, I think Rosh is up. Yeah, Rosh is up at this moment. So they're going to look to probably play the Roshan pit. They're going to take their outpost. He's going to... Look what he did here. Instead of just taking this outpost over here, he stood on this side to make sure he could farm this little small camp and get a couple get a stack of Mortal Strike charges there. It's the little things that really matter at high levels, guys. I know something like this seems insignificant, but these little plays, this could be the difference between 50 gold, which could be the difference between him being able to afford a TP, which could be the difference between him being able to join a fight or not. Little things really do matter, and every one of them stacks up. You have to take every little thing that you can do as an advantage and think about it all the time when you're playing. So we're sitting at 34 minutes into this game. Wraith King is going to probably go top. They need to look at the Rosh pit, but they're kind of being dragged across the map. Ooh, they find the Weaver, but the Tinker is here. Disruption saves the Ember Spirit. Wraith King is just walking. He doesn't have any way to get in here really fast. They get the stun off on the Tinker. Tinker goes down. Oh man. They're dishing out damage on the Weaver. Weaver's very strong. I can't believe they're actually turning this game at this moment. Who bought back? Lion bought back because they don't want to give up Roshan. So now, since Tinker is dead, they Moonlight, and they're going to probably try to get into this Rosh pit and take Roshan, or try to find a pickoff. They get the Yules into the stun on the Mirana. Wraith King is right here. What's he gonna do? He has BKB available. Let's watch the way he plays. Do they catch? They catch the Lion. Lion doesn't have buyback. Tinker bought back, by the way. So if they catch Tinker, they are super. They're super far ahead if they catch the Tinker. Mason is just doing ridiculous damage. That Tinker is getting a lot of damage out. They get the kill off on the Wraith King, and I think this is looking pretty rough. BKB, does he have the blast? He has the blast. He gets the blast off on Tinker, and he manages to kill the Tinker. Oh, so they don't have buyback on Tinker. They don't have buyback on Lion. They're gonna be able to play this out. So Sneyking just has to fight now. He can't do anything. He's gonna get killed here. There's nothing he can do but decide to fight. They stun the Weaver. The Weaver has the resistance from his fucking Satanic, but he still manages to get the kill. Man, forced to hold on to this Quelling Blade until the late game. I think Sneyking is just gonna back. He does have a Reincarnate available. They don't want to give up this Roshan, but oof, this is getting really close. And our Ember Spirit's finally becoming a hero. He's level 25. He's got 2 Sleight of Fist charges. He's got the Battle Fury. He's got the Crystallis. And in a minute, he's going to have a Daedalus. He does not have buyback. He already used it. So, oof, this is crazy stuff, guys. Is that a courier going here? A courier going out here to somebody. I'm guessing it's the Weaver? He gets the courier kill. And now Wraith King has the Abyssal Blade. So you can see when you hover over the Abyssal Blade, you see this circle? That's the radius that you have to strike somebody with your Blink Strike on your Abyssal. To use your Blink Strike. Are they giving up Roshan right now? I don't know. They don't see who's in the Rosh pit. Excuse me. Tinker's down for another 40. Snaking's pushing out. And this game has gotten very, very interesting. So you notice that in the team fights, Sneyking is consistently trying to get the weaker target kills where he can. He's trying to get the Lion, he's trying to get the Kunkka, he's trying to get the Tinker primarily if possible. Oh, Moonlight is down. They're going to try to make a play here. They get the Lion again. Disruptor intelligently buying a Ghost Scepter. They get the kill on the Weaver. No buyback on the Weaver. And they might be able to completely turn this. Let's see. Here goes the Wraith King getting the kill, or the Wraith Fire Blast off on. Oh, did he miss it? He gets the Wraith Fire Blast off again on the Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet disarms him with the Heaven's Halberd, but he's ticking away to the magic damage. Here comes Brax with Firefly damage. They get another kill. What's happening on the rest of the map? They are going to be able to Roshan now, and their base is constantly under pressure because they're losing 2 lanes of Rax, but they will get Roshan. So holy crap, guys, this has been a crazy throw, a crazy turn of events. You can see how far ahead Wraith King is. The Ember's making his way back. The freaking Mirana, Shadow Demon, and Batrider are setting up some nutty combos. You notice that the Batrider is blinking in and he's using Yule Scepter, and then Mirana is arrowing behind that Yule Scepter a lot. That's a really cool play. And also the disruption. No. Guys, my freaking game just ended and I didn't get to see the end of it, so I had to go find the replay and load it back up so we can check out and watch the end of this game. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Okay, I forget what I was saying. The Wraith King's going for a freaking rapier next, so we're gonna see how this pans out. He's sitting a little low on mana. He has to hold on to this Quelling Blade, which is rather unfortunate because of the Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet's a real thorn in his side, you know what I mean? There's no buyback on the Weaver for how many seconds? Another 4 minutes. Wouldn't have the gold anyways, and also the Nature's Prophet. Now this game that they were very far behind in, they are going to be able to turn. As bleak as this game looked, it's turned out to be very informative on how to play Wraith King, and I love that he didn't go for Manta. Like, I can't stress enough how much I love that this Wraith King did not buy a Manta. He went for a BKB instead of a Manta. Everyone's buying Manta. I know it's popular, but I would recommend playing this way. I would recommend playing this way instead. So they managed to get the kill on Kunkka here. They take the first lane, or the first tier 3 tower top, and they're gonna back up. Wraith King has no mana. He took the no reincarnation mana cost, by the way, unless you're crazy. Most of the time you take that, because then you can't cast spells without being worried about dying, and he doesn't have any item slots to carry a wand or something like that. He does see a DD up here, so you'll probably get that. They can play around the map for a little while. Ember Spirit has Aegis, has Cheese, has Daedalus, while I look at his items. And we're going to continue focusing on Wraith King. Looking bottom. They're going for bounties. He's not too scared now. He knows that they need to be defensive. He does not have to worry. He does not have to worry that much. They have to be defensive. So now, why is he going to go for a rapier? I know that's an interesting question to ask. Or it's an interesting item to build. So why is he going to build it? Well, I'll tell you primarily. He's level 25. He's got 20. Oh, shoot. Ember Spirit ended up losing the Aegis. I wasn't paying attention. I'm just going to talk about the relic, why, or the rapier, why he's going to buy it. It's because of the recent changes that make rapier that give rapier true strike. So the reason he needs it is because the Tinker has so much laser damage. And Tinker, did he buy an Agnums? He did not. He didn't buy an Agnums, but if Tinker has a hero that he can target with laser, it's almost always going to be the Wraith King. Wraith King is already dishing out crazy damage. He already has a critical strike, so he'll just do an insane amount of damage, and then the mischance from the laser won't matter anymore. He'll just be able to walk into their faces and hit them no matter what, unless they have him permanently disabled with a hex or something. So you can see they're walking down mid right now. Wraith King is taking the tier 3 tower, sitting at 7,000 gold. Will oh, there's the blink strike forward. Blink strikes on top of the lion, uses the BKB. Now let's talk about why he uses the BKB. There's a lot to consider there. The main reason he uses the BKB is because Lion is the main hero who can hex him and completely disable him. Other heroes don't have a complete disable for him. The Tinker doesn't have a hex. Nobody else has a hex on the team. The only other hero that can do anything like that is Nature's Prophet, and if he BKBs before he goes in, then the Heaven's Halberd won't work. If somebody Heaven Halberds you before you BKB, then you're still disarmed until the disarm ends. But if you... Does he buy it? Guess what he just bought? He just bought a Divine Rapier. He just bought a Divine Rapier! And he was actually thinking about keeping the Quelling Blade in his backpack instead of the boots, but he's decided to go for the boots. If you get Heaven's Halberd before BKB, that you stay disarmed for the full disarm duration while you're BKB'd, while you're spell immune. So that's why you want to use your spell immunity before you get Heaven's Halberded. Obviously, that's not always possible, but when it is, it's good. And now the Divine Rapier Wraith King is going to look to get Boots of Travel level 2 next. He wants increased movement speed to close distance, I guess. He doesn't really need any more damage. He has a leveler, a nice item to find. They're finding all of their tier 4 items right now. I think they just picked up something else. Oh no, Weaver just picked up something else. I don't know what they found. Let's take a look real quick, see what items are in here. A Witless Shanko and a leveler for the Radiant squad, and for the Dire squad they've got Timeless Relic, Spell Prism, Havoc Hammer, and Leveler. Those are some nice neutral items. So a bunch of heroes are about to have a lot of nice neutral items put on them. Wraith King's going to come down here bottom and just push this tower. He can actually just push literally through the backdoor protection. That's how much damage he does, plus 493. And then on top of that, he has a 15% chance of doing 300% critical damage. He's gonna be critting for an insane amount. His team is looking to make a play around the map while he just pushes every wave. They can't easily go on the Wraith King. He doesn't want to show here. He TPs to the top wave, and he's gonna push this out. If he goes and tries to farm this, he's in danger of getting killed twice and losing his rapier. So that's why he didn't make the play there. He's gonna play around his team. He does take the tower, as we saw though. And now at this point, they just need to. Oh, he's also level 30. Dude, he's level 30. This game has gone on. This is cool. So at level 30, we're gonna see what else. We're gonna see how nutty this guy can be. Oh, I'm pretty excited about this. I'm happy that this ended up being a really great replay. I thought we were going to be ending at these 2 Raxes, and we're not. So his team smokes behind him. He's going to push mid right now, and they are the stronger team at the moment. What's the net worth looking at? Look at Wraith King's net worth in comparison to the Tinker. The Ember's catching up. All of that early net worth lead doesn't mean a thing when you throw 2 team fights, or when you throw trying to push high ground. If they're enemy team would have played safer, I think they would have been okay. Now Wraith King's even in, like, he's sitting in the base on his own. They kill the lion, and over here I think they might be able to get another kill. This is nuts to me. I don't know if I would have I don't know, man. I would be too scared to be in this base right now. I'd feel like I'm gonna get locked down and killed 2 times before my team can show up. But he does have a very small duration on his reincarnation. I wonder if he would get a scepter. Instead of Boots of Travel level 2. So it looks like True Strike doesn't work against buildings. What was that? I thought he was gonna have True Strike. He got lasered and then he missed the buildings. Okay, well, whatever. Ember Spirit BKBs goes in. He's the one who closes the distance on the Timber. Does not have a BKB available. Sneyking still going in. Just wants to get 1 crit. There it is. 2,061 damage. He's going to back up. He's going to take 1 hit. The Ember is going to buy back. He's going to bots in. Somebody puts a Lotus Orb on him, which is really good. They need to keep him alive. They cannot let the Wraith King die. So he's going to play cautious for the next 27 seconds. They're putting everything on him. There's there's a disruption to save him from the X marks by Shadow Demon, and they get 2 lanes of racks themselves. So this is actually a lot closer than it looks, or it was a lot closer than it looked. If they were able to get the Wraith King there, they would have been able to pick up the rapier. Tides of the game would have changed, but now Wraith King is strong. He has 3 seconds until the next reincarnation. More illusions going down. Just gonna back up here and let the illusions go do what they do to the tower. Unfortunately, they do die very quickly. Weaver is choosing to stick with the Paladin Sword instead of getting the Leveler, which I don't know about. Gets the Blink Strike off. Look how much damage he does. Spawns just in time to get hit. He's going to need to BKB. Disruption keeping him alive. Things are getting dangerous. BKBs to back up. Does not want to die while he has his Divine Rapier. So they are going to lose Mirana. And now they're just going to back up. They did their damage. They're going to back up. I think Wraith King might buy. Oh, he's got the Boots of Travel level 2 now. And the next Roshan should have. Oh no, Roshan's up, but the Roshan does not have the scepter yet. I thought this was the 4th. I guess it's the 3rd. And this Lotus Orb pickup on, who was it? The Batrider. Genius play, guys. This is so smart. The Batrider building a Lotus Orb instead of a Force Staff is just such a beautiful heads up play in terms of itemization. I love it. They have so many things that Lotus Orb is good against. It's good against Tinker. Oh my god, it's good against Tinker's laser. It's good against the Hex, and it dispels the laser as well. It's just beautiful. I love it. It's also good against X marks. Now they do lose the Aegis while the Mirana is down, so that's kind of rough for them. Mason has Aegis of Immortality on the Weaver. Is Weaver going to switch out his Paladin Sword? Nope, he is opting to stick with the Paladin Sword for the 17% lifesteal, which I'm surprised about because he does have the Satanic. But I guess the lifesteal is better. Now, Weaver does take a lane top. He's playing super hyper aggressive. They need to be careful because he can melt Raxes really fast. They want all of their waves pushing out, and the Wraith King is obviously going to be able to do that with his skeletons and with his Radiance. So we are at late game Wraith King momentum now. They're going to put everything down on the Wraith King. The Lotus goes down. Here comes the Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit's going to pop the BKB, gets the Abyssal off, decides he's not the target. His Radiance, or sorry, his BKB charge is about to run out. Here he goes, trying to close distance on the Weaver, not able to get the kill. Now things are looking really dangerous. Here's Sneyking, gets the Lotus Orb popped on him. He's going to need to get disrupted. It does get disrupted. They have to keep Sneyking alive for 30 seconds, everything they can. Otherwise, he's going to lose the Radiance, or lose the BKB. He loses the BKB. He's going to buy back. Who gets it? I don't know who has it. Things are happening too fast. Where the Okay, Snaking's back. He got it back. I gotta see how this happened. Sorry guys, we gotta rewatch that. My brain wasn't fast enough. We gotta back up a couple seconds here. Okay, so this is the first time that the Wraith King's gonna die. I want to see who gets the Divine Rapier. So Divine Rapier is sitting on the ground. Mason doesn't drop anything to get it. Is he stunned? Nope. Who has it? Oh, the Ember has it. So he's teleporting to the Ember. Ember uses Sleight of Fist. That's where it went. And Ember gives it back to the Wraith King. Oh my holy moly. Guys, this Ember, who had such a rough game, just made the game-saving play. By the way, these Boots of Travel level 2 were also game-saving items. I said that I wonder if he's going to go for Agnums. No, Boots of Travel, teleport back into the base, get your Divine Rapier back, completely turn the game. And this is high level Dota, my friends. They didn't even have Aegis. The other team had Aegis. They're gonna try to get an arrow off on the Weaver. They're not gonna be able to. They do get a disruption, and Weaver is moving fast. Where is the Kunkka Xing him from? What the hell? I don't know, but they get a small stun off on the Weaver. Weaver's still running away. Batrider's looking for a blink in a second. 1, 2, blinks forward. They do not get vision. And Weaver's gonna run away. They have 91 seconds with no Tinker. Tinker died without buyback in that fight, so that's gonna be 7 minutes. No buyback Tinker, no Radiance. Sorry, not no Radiance. No buyback Tinker, no Aegis, and they're gonna push into the main base from the high ground. And I don't know. This is looking like a fucking crazy turnaround. I can't believe how amazing this Ember has come back. He gets himself a rapier. He has a rapier. Oh, this is double rapier gaming, guys. This is amazing. The replay we didn't know we needed. And they're just gonna go down mid. Who's gonna stop him? All right, last ditch effort. Here we go. The repair kit going down. And there is the Abyssal. There is the lasso. RIP to the Weaver. And that's how you turn a freaking game around. Literally, they based everything. They put everything on the back of this Wraith King, who managed to get his farming items. He managed to get his BKB. They won a couple of team fights. They turned it. Oh man, the Natures is actually ratting pretty freaking hard, but the game is over. The game is over. What a game, guys. What a game. That was awesome. I'm really happy. I'm just happy that I decided to cast this game because I tuned into the client and I was like, let's check this out. It turned out to be great. All right, there we go. That was a little bit of Radiance or Wraith King analysis. We talked a bit about how to lane. We talked a bit about how to farm. We checked out Snaking's farming patterns. We saw who he targeted in fights. We saw how he wanted to play the game. I hope you guys learned something from the rank. He's currently rank 11, so I hope you guys learned something from a rank 11 player. I know I definitely saw a few tips and tricks in there that I didn't think about before. My name is Navetz. On behalf of my esports team, the Sploush Troupe, guys, I'd like to thank you for checking out this video, and I'll be back with another one soon. Peace out.